The next few exercises I'm going to run through are all focused on core stability and hip mobility. First one, you're on your back in a dead bug position. Legs up in tabletop, arms up, pulling opposite arm and leg back. Notice that my leg is floating and my arm's floating. You don't want to rest them down on the ground. This keeps your core muscles engaged. Taking the hand that's up and the knee that's up and putting reciprocal tension through my opposite hand and knee. So knee is pushing back to my hand and hand is pushing forwards to my knee. In this position here, I'm taking big breaths in and out and just holding. Every time I breathe out, I can try and put a little bit more force. Hand to knee, knee to hand. Go for a few breaths, anywhere between 5 to 10 breaths, and then do the same thing on the other side. So from my dead bug position, lowering opposite arm and leg, just before they touch the floor, take hand to opposite knee, and give that reciprocal push, hand to knee, knee to hand. From here, I'm going to flip over onto hands and knees, into this quadruped position, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Make sure those feet are up, so you're squeezing heels to bum. So you've got a 4-point balance here, hands and knees. Extending opposite arm and leg, strong extension, so fingertips pointing forwards, toes pointing back. Then from here, bringing my hands to my knee, putting some pressure there, knee to hand to knee, and extend out again. Getting as much length as I can from fingertips to toes, bringing knee to hand, pushing, creating some tension through the core muscles, and reaching forwards with the fingers, pointing back with the toes. Once I've done a few on one side, I can switch to the other side. Always start off with less repetitions and less time, and then you can always build up from there. From here, I'm going to lift myself up onto hands and toes, so I'm going to push up or front support position, hands under shoulders, feet hip width apart. This one's called a Spiderman Lunge. Taking a long step forwards to get my left foot to the side of my left hand. From here, I'm going to throw in a deep push-up, as low as I can comfortably go, keeping that left foot flat on the ground. It's fine if my knee drops out to the side a little bit, but just make sure that that foot stays flat. Taking your foot back, doing the same thing on the other side, and keeping them alternating from one side to the other. And you should feel that as a good mobilization through all sides around the hip. Next one from here is a pigeon lunge. Starting off in the same position, just widening the hand so I've got some space to place my knee and foot. Taking a step forwards, knee between my hands, foot close to my hand, pushing down and up from there, and alternating from one side to the other. Make sure that your gaze is just a little bit in front of the midline, so that as you go down, you're lengthening through your spine rather than rounding through your spine. Again, start off with less repetitions, maybe 4 or 5 each side, or whatever you're comfortable with, and then you can always build that up over time.